Hi all. Today we are debating a landmark Indian case, which is the Orissa Mining Corporation versus the Ministry of Environment and Forest, which is a case in 2013. It's a case that shaped tribal rights, environmental law, and industrial development in India. The case revolves around Vedanta Resources' attempt to mine bauxite in the Niyamgiri Hills, home to the Dongria Kond tribe. The Supreme Court ruled that the tribe's village councils had the final say, and they unanimously rejected the mining project. Was this verdict a victory for tribal rights and environmental protection, or did it set a dangerous precedent that hinders economic growth? On the affirmative side, I would be arguing that the verdict was justified. On the opposition side, arguing that the verdict was a setback for development, we have Ajay. I'm Avik Trilok, so let's just start with the debate right now. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Ajay. The Supreme Court's verdict was not just legally sound, but also morally and ethically justified. Here's why. Firstly, upholding indigenous rights. The Dongria Kond have lived in the Niyamgiri Hills for centuries. The fifth schedule of the Indian Constitution grants special protection to tribal communities. The Forest Rights Act 2006 further empowers them to have a say in projects affecting their land. Ignoring their rights would have set a dangerous precedent for future land takeovers. Secondly, environmental destruction. Mining in Niamgiri would have led to deforestation, loss of biodiversity, soil erosion, and water contamination. Studies show that bauxite mining severely damages ecosystems, and this region is a protected ecological zone. The long term environmental cost far outweighs the short term economic gains. Thirdly, the corporate misconducted lack of consent. Vedanta started constructing the refinery before getting environmental clearances. They ignored public consultations and local opposition, which is why the Ministry of External Affairs initially rejected their proposal. The Supreme Court's decision corrected this injustice by uh, allowing the affected communities to decide. This verdict wasn't just about one case, it was a landmark judgment in protecting tribal autonomy and environmental sustainability. Now, let's hear Ajay's argument against the verdict. let's have rebuttals. Yeah. Okay. So my rebuttal is that Ajay argues that mining would create jobs, but jobs mean nothing if people lose their homes, culture, and sacred land. The Constitution explicitly protects tribal lands, and the Forest Rights Act ensures their consent is required. The Gram Sabha's decision was legal, not emotional. This was a fight against corporate overreach and for environmental protection. Okay, so we're here at the closing statements for this debate. This debate highlights the delicate balance between economic growth and the environmental conservation. While my argument supports tribal rights and environmental protection, Ajay emphasizes the need for economic development. The Supreme Court's decision was a milestone in Indian legal history, but the bigger question remains: should local communities have absolute veto power over industrial projects, or should economic interests take priority? It's just food for thought. Thank you for this insightful debate. Yeah.